I am very proud of my plants. They made it through their first day out in the sun without being burnt. This looks pretty pitiful, but it looks like something was bothering it. It looked like it got bit or something. I don't know. Okay. Today wasn't too hot and the sun wasn't too intense, so I decided to let them live out here and clear out of my sunroom. In my sunroom, I have plenty of plants. You can't see it through the window, or maybe you can. They have peppers and stuff on the floor there. And my sunroom is now cleaned up. My pots waiting for their summer transplants. We got some calendulas reseeding. Look how many calendula seeds are in here. I'm going to have to get rid of the top layer of the soil. I'm going to have way too many in here. So the lemon tree just set on new blossoms. And it's been in the winter. It's been in the house all winter, so it's looking real scraggly. But it does this every year and is putting on some beautiful new growth. So I'm happy about that. You can see new stuff is coming. This is the lime tree. Over there is a pepper that I dug up from last year, and another pepper, Scotch bonnet pepper, and the fig tree my neighbor gave me. It was just bald like a month ago. It just started pushing out new growth about March. Yeah. And some onions from the store. I cut the head off and stuck them in the soil, and it grew. Like within 3 days it was already pushing new growth. You can see the original cut. And I planted a whole packet of zinnias and only one came up. It's the new one from Baker Creek, Queen Lemon something or another. I planted a whole packet of nasturtiums and only 3 came up. And I even went as far as filing it down so that the seed would germinate better, but so far only 3. So here are my plants that I have to up pot next weekend. Here I have what looks like atomic grape. There's 5 of those. There's 5 or 6 of this particular one. This is sun gold. It's a whole tray of just regular Genovese basil. These are pansies white. These are pansies purple. It's a beautiful color from Baker Creek. You're supposed to be able to use the flowers to make dyes and decorate and stuff like that. Here we have Super Sweet 100. Here we have Berry's Crazy Cherry. So the first seeds I put in there did not germinate, and so I put more in, and now they germinated. So this one and the chocolate cherry took a long time to germinate. They were all planted the same day at the same time. In here I have 3 different kinds. This is Madame Marmande. I've never heard of it. It's my first time growing it. I actually found the seeds at I want to say Dollar General or Dollar Tree. This is Green Tiger, not Green Zebra. This one. And here I have Sweet Aroma. So this is a aroma, a paste tomato. Here I have, this is a white Tomasello. 3 came up. I only want 1, so we shall see. This is Thornburn's Terracotta, if I said that right. And this is Kellogg Breakfast, my favorite tomato of all time so far. This is Paul Robeson. This is a very sickly tomato. Every year I grow it, it dies. It's like the first one to die, but I love the flavor, so I try every year. This is Black Krim. Hi, Kayla. This is Mamie Brown. It's another slice of tomato. Never heard of it. So I believe I found that one at Ocean State Job Lot. They have a lot of seeds. Most of my seeds come from there or Baker Creek. This is Patio Choice Red. This is Patio Choice Yellow. Actually, this is yellow and this is red. Here I have eggplants. This is my first time successfully growing the eggplants. The first time I did it, I think I winter sowed it. It didn't work out. But I have 6 beautiful plants, and I only want 1, maybe 2. I'm not even sure if I like eggplant. I'm just growing it to see. I have King of the North and Etuda. These are all Baker Creek. These were all started in January sometime. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I changed my labels when I up-pot them, so I don't even remember when I started them. And I planted Shishito, only 1 came up. I planted Sugar Rush Peach, only 1 came up. I planted Poblano, only 1 came up. And this past week, or maybe about a week ago, I planted my melons because they take a while. So I have regular cantaloupe, I have Sugar Baby, I have Moon and Stars, and I have Minnesota Midget. So more bell peppers. In here, I have 1 marigold that germinated in a whole bunch of seeds. I reseeded to try and get them to grow, but so far 1 marigold out of a whole packet of seeds, and seeds I saved myself. Outside, it's a disaster. Yep. So here are some lettuces that I started inside. One is Marvel of 4 Seasons, which I believe this one is. Yes, it is. And this is Paris Island Cos. Over here, I have some of my winter sowing. This is Rose Campion, Lychnis. I don't know how long it will take to get to, a proper size where it'll actually bloom this season, but I don't know if you can see all those barks and sticks in there. I am so disappointed in the soil. I feel like my winter sowing would have been so much more successful had I not chosen the soil. But it was on sale and I bought it. I know better. I won't do it again. So this is Rose Campion, Lychnis. This is Columbine. There's a few sprouts there. I reseeded some, this is Delphinium. Nothing has happened here yet. Over here, we have Wild Bergamot Bee Balm. There's a few sprouts there. And in here, it's supposed to be Alyssum, and I literally only see a few sprouts. Well, 1 to be exact. Not much. And they're like a bright red color or a dark red color, so you really can't see them very well. This is a part of my winter sowing, and I actually just up-potted all of these into these bigger pots to, help them get bigger quicker. And I tried to mix the soil so that it's not as woody. So these did great. The lupin, they bloom next year, but at least I'll have them. This is Larkspur. There's a couple containers of Larkspur. This is Comfrey. This is more Larkspur, I believe. And I believe I started some more brassicas. Yeah, Katsuma greens, because only 1 came up. More came up. And a lot of my flowers, others had come up, but they froze in the freeze because I didn't protect them. And of course, it didn't work out well for them. These are some baby's breath that I potted up. They were in this container. And these are yarrow, which I potted up also in 1/2 of that container. The yarrow was in here, and in the other side we have cosmos, which are now germinating. And in here we have baby's breath, which I took it out. And then on the other side we have Dusty Miller, which is germinated, but very small. I just put some more cosmos in here maybe 3 days ago, and look how big they are. So when we had that fall spring, the seeds germinated, and then it went back down into the cold, and they just kind of froze. Here goes a whole bunch of my veg. So I transplanted them, and I didn't pre-moisten the soil, so yeah, they didn't do very well. So this is Merlot lettuce. I think these 2 are still living, and these look like they died. This is parsley. This is Butter Crunch lettuce. Quite a few of those died. Also Butter Crunch, Merlot. This is stock. And the red Russian kale is a champion. It's been doing great. And more parsley. And these were open to air today, so I didn't have it covered. So they dried out a little bit. Some more of the Marvel of Four Seasons. These are dinosaur kale. This is bok choy, which was still living. And this is a new lettuce I'm trying. It's called Pablo, but it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4 might still be living. Oh, why didn't I pre-moisten my soil? I don't know. All right, and more dinosaur kale. And I believe this is also, oh, this is little gem lettuce. More little gem lettuce. They're really cute romaine, very tiny. So this is my green stalk tower. Not much going on here yet, except for I see the peas pushing up. So I pre-sprouted. I think I'm gonna have to replace my strawberries. Earlier on, maybe like 3 weeks ago, it looked like there was life in them, but now they just look dead. Oh. I pre-sprouted these in the house and then put them in the soil after I refreshed my tower and put my fertilizer in and such. And yeah, I think they're finally ready to peek out. And the one shallot that came up from my winter sowing, it was over in one of those bins. Almost a whole packet, and only one germinated. Okay, shallot, I see you. As I'm thinking about it, I did leave these covered this morning. The wind must have blown it off. I just found 2 on the grass over there. I forgot I had another tray. So this is, if I say it right, I'm gonna butcher it. Shinjum-soy, I don't know. This is cabbage. No, this is broccoli. Cabbage. I think maybe 2 are still alive. Maybe 3, we shall see. Spinach, little gem lettuce, broccoli, spinach, and 1 cilantro, and no, 1 katsuma and 3 cilantro. So this is my backyard. I plant over here. I do like pumpkins up and over that trellis. And I had, last year I had red curry squash here. Over here I had honey nut squash, and they both did beautiful. Vine borers got to the red curry, but they did not touch the honey nut. There's onions, basil, beans, all kinds of stuff over there in that small space. So it was beautiful. And I've come to the realization that I will not be buying any more tulips, because I'm literally creating a buffet for the squirrels and chipmunks. They don't touch the daffodils. And yeah, these are the surviving tulips. And on the other side, none survived. More alliums and more daffodils for my property. All right, so I've got 4 beautiful purple sensation alliums there. 1 there. Or is it 5? 5? Yes, it's 5. And 1 there. My hydrangea, beautiful in the summer, love it. We shall see if my Pow Pow White Echinacea lives. I think I saw some roots down there. I winter sowed that. No, I did it in the summer and planted it in the fall. Hopefully it will do well. This is a root out of the purple cone flower that I have over on the other side. When I was cleaning up, I pulled this out by accident, and it had some roots on it, and I stuck it here, so let's hope it does something. My lilies. I planted a whole bunch of beets in here, and on this side I have dwarf snow peas. No, the dwarf snow peas are in the other tower. This is the I forget what this one's called, but this one is going to run up a trellis, which I will attach later on when they grow. And the netting is on there because the chipmunks and squirrels and the birds dig as soon as I put anything out here. Ooh, I see growth. I see beets right there. This is the first one to pop up. And the first time that ever came back on my property. Every year, for some reason, they don't come back, but this one came back. And these are some beautiful yellow lilies, the common one. This is where that root of echinacea came from. So hopefully that does something for me, because I wanted to split this anyway, so we shall see. And here's my hydrangea coming back to life. And this morning I saw a bird just sitting on top of this mesh. This is where the carrots are. I'm hoping to get germination. I keep it moist so that they don't dry out if they start to germinate. So we shall see. I planted some potatoes in here. These are the purple ones. And I planted some yellow ones in here, like the basic yellow potato from the store. It was out of I don't know what kind it is, because it was from the bags that you buy in bulk at the grocery store to cook. And it started sprouting, so there you go. That one I specifically bought because it's purple outside and purple inside. Yes, so this whole area here, I dug it up. I planted tulips and all kinds of beautiful spring bulbs. And as you can see, we have craters because the birds or squirrels or chipmunks dug them all up and had them for their many meals throughout this very mild winter. So this is my garden bed, one of them. And there's nothing obviously in there yet, but that's probably where the tomatoes are gonna go. This is where there's a mosquito flying around me. This is where the garlics were put in last year, and they came up pretty nicely. These are hardneck garlic, and those are elephant garlic. Over here, I have some blueberries and strawberries. So these some runners I dug up from the side of the house and put them in here, and they're doing great. The ones in the tower, not so much. So this one is, if this one is this is the pink lemonade. There's two of them here, and this is, the tag is under here somewhere. It's a regular blueberry, but I don't know if it's Patriot or something like that, but it's a regular blueberry, and this is a pink lemonade one. I'm so proud of my garlic. In years past, when I planted them, they drowned because, the winter was rough, I guess. These are from the grocery store. I was like, these are some big bulbs. I should go plant them. And I did. And these carrots are from last year. And those are my chives over there. This bush has to get cut back after it blooms. I did a hard prune on some plants over there, which I will show you in a minute. And it looks like my peach tree is about to burst with some blooms. Yes. I don't know what kind of peach this is. My neighbor that used to live right there, they've since moved. They moved earlier this year. Gave me this tree and the fig tree. And this is like my compost area, or just chuck all the stuff you cut off of the trees. This is not garbage. I'm going to use that to trellis my tomatoes. This is a PG hydrangea. This is a regular hydrangea, which has not bloomed since I put it in 5 years ago. We're going to have a conversation. Okay, because you might be coming out this year. This is a pear tree. It has 3 different varieties on it. We don't have that much space, so we try to be wise with our space. So this is the Seckel, this branch right here. It's a grafted tree, of course. This is the Bosch, and then the other one, the rest of the tree, because this is the branch that is Bosch right here, these two. And the rest of it is Bartlett. This is a Rosa plum tree, and this is my new hummingbird solar chime. My waterway, I do enjoy it, but that just means a lot of mosquitoes. My rose bush, I just cut those back and I left my mess there. We'll deal with that when I have time. And this is another grafted cocktail fruit tree. So this is the Rainier cherry on this branch. This branch is the Bing cherry. Over here, this is the Van cherry, this branch on the back. And the rootstock is, I think it has Mazard rootstock. And the bugs are flying around me. I transplanted a hardy hibiscus from up by the walkway here, and hopefully it takes and does fine. They don't wake up for another couple of months anyway, just about. This is a grafted plum poulat tree. All my trees, not all the grafted trees, that's not true. The cherry tree and the this plum tree, they're from fast growing trees. The trees came in great condition, and I potted them up inside my house over winter, and then hardened them off, and then put them out last spring, and they just sat here all summer and did nothing. You know, there was alive, but it didn't do anything. So this is the rootstock citation. But I didn't realize that the cherry tree has 4 varieties. I mean, this plum poulat tree has 4 varieties. I thought it was 3. So this is Dapple Dandy. This is Flavor Supreme. Is it 5? No, 4. Okay. This is Flavor King and Flavor Queen. So Flavor Queen, Flavor King, Flavor Supreme, and Dapple Dandy. And the plum tree is from Home Depot, and so is a pear tree. They were having like a fall sale, and of course I grabbed it. And like I said, my neighbor gave me that. And my peony is coming to the party. This I bought on clearance last year and just stuck it here. It looked terrible, of course, drought. I watered it as, a little bit, but it stayed. It's alive. And it looked like it's gonna do something for me. And this is where all of that beautifulness, my squash were planted last year. Can't wait to plant again this year. All these things, I think this because I took the leaves up from over there. Oh my gosh, I think I infested my garden bed. I took the leaves from over there, and the seeds from the bushes that dropped their seeds are now in here. Have infested my bed. Oh gosh. And this is my little maple tree. Beautiful. It's so beautiful when it's fully flushed out. I went in and cut off so many branches because it was a hot mess. Because my husband's idea of trimming it was just to take a buzz saw or a trimmer and go around it and make it like a lollipop. So it was just a tight, dense, not graceful. I didn't like the look, so I wanted a graceful tree. So that's what we're trying to achieve here. Along the lines over here is it Diamond Rouge? Yes, Diamond Rouge hydrangea. Here's a hibiscus. Here is I believe, what is it again? Lava Flare. One of the few that survived from my hydrangea haul. I don't know what happened there. Hardy hibiscus, hardy hibiscus, hardy hibiscus. Hosta, hardy hibiscus. Oh, it doesn't look like there's anything there. And this is where I dug the other one up from, because it's so close to where my husband has the riding mower coming down. And it's time for spring when these guys come to the party. Absolutely love it. I just came home from work. I'm still in my scrubs. I didn't even I started dinner on the grill, which is why I'm out here doing this right now. Rose bush. There's a couple ferns and astilbes, and I put a whole bunch of the purple sensation, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a black-eyed Susan. This is some kind of salvia I bought at the end of last year. More purple sensation. That is a My Monet. I'll look at the label over there. I don't remember exactly what it is. That's a fern that I dug up. That's been here for years. This is a Mount Laurel. That is a azalea. And this is the Mount Laurel that was taller than I am. Well, almost to the AC. And I just chopped it back. It's going to look ugly for a while. But it had to get cut down. I put this in the fall. This is a little lime. It says limelight, so I hope it's not really a limelight, but the can that it was in say little lime, and they were all labeled that way. So I'm hoping it's not a limelight because they're huge. It's supposed to be a little lime. All right, so My Monet purple effect. So there's one right here, and then one behind that Mount Laurel. And along the back we have astilbe, and more astilbe going along the way. Another azalea. And look at my heuchera. Yep. That's all that's left of them. And those have recovered a little bit. And those have recovered a little bit. I just sprayed last week. The bunnies were vicious. They literally ate everything that had foliage. It was nuts. This is the first time I've ever had to spray any of my stuff. This holly, which has no fruit because there's only one on the property, it's out of control. I was supposed to deal with it last year, but I did not. So we're gonna have to do it this year. And I planted some hostas under here, and they haven't come up yet, and I have to mulch. As we go along, you'll see all the bags of mulch that are sitting on my property. I have about 18. See? This is a Pinky Winky. They get very tall and beautiful. The tulips, I had to cover that with a mesh in order for them to reach this far without being eaten. These I just put in 2 days ago. Rose bush. I thought I was buying a matching set. However, they're 2 different colors. Every year I want to dig them up, and I still haven't done it yet. Another Pinky Winky. Daffs. Oh, so this ever-changing garden bed. I put so many things in here I don't even remember sometimes. Lady's mantle sort of kind of need to be cut back. There's 3 of them. This one I just moved here this fall. I switched out with the one in the back that I wanted to just make a drift of 3 instead of doing like a pattern. These need to be cut back before I mulch. This is a beautiful burgundy lily. Daffs. The crocus, the bunnies ate that too. They were here. I have 4 salvias in here. I can't remember what the shrub is, but it's beautiful. It have white, variegated leaves. And it's so pretty. These 2 are fine. The bunny did not eat them. The frost got this ajuga. What's it called? Black scallop ajuga. It's very pretty. And they bloom beautiful purple. Now this fall I put so many things in here. The bleeding hearts are coming up. All of these irises are new. I put in penstemon, some that I grew from seed and some that I found on clearance. That is a beautiful rose. I love it. And that hydrangea tree I moved from, there's a hole right behind there. Wasn't getting enough sun, and I don't know why I put it there in the first place. This is a hydrangea I found on clearance. You can't really see much, but... And I put a lot of the purple sensation And this is a geranium? Yeah, hardy geranium. I feel like a mosquito just got me on my shoulder. I put a whole bunch of these grasses in this past fall, and you could see what the squirrels and chipmunks, they just dig everything down. I'm so over it, but I love gardening, so I can't stop. So these are canna lilies. I dug this up. It was in this pot last year, but I dug it up and separated some out and put it back in this pot. And I'm trying to pre-sprout it, so to speak. So today was 70 some odd degrees. I think 72. And the rest of the week is supposed to be in the 70s and going into the 80s, and the overnight lows are in the 40s. So these are going to stay out for now. I'm pre-sprouting dahlias. I believe this whole thing is, they are dahlias. This is a purple leaf one, as you can see. Fence Cliff Illusion Dahlia. I don't remember what they look like, but I did take a picture. And this is a lavender one. And what is this? I'm pre-sprouting this as well. Is this my elephant ear? Yes, I have 3 elephant ear, and there was something else that I'm pre-sprouting. Can't remember. Yeah, so these are all dahlias. Then there were 3 elephant ears, and there was something else. I cannot remember for the life of me what it is, but I guess I'll find out. The squirrels got some of my, I forgot the name of it. This beautiful thing here with this nice spiky leaves. Delphinium, larkspur family. I planted them from seed last year, and they didn't really do much, and they came back, which I'm surprised because I thought they were dead. And here I have a bearded blue gold crest. So I bought 2 of them. I have Gora. Like, it was a beautiful show. These are flare hydrangeas right here and here. And those are beautiful clematis, or clematis, however you say it. And we have some sedum right here. And this is this is supposed to be an evergreen, but the leaves came off. This is a sunshine ligustrum. And I have some more. This is a sherbet peony, and I got these from Shriner's Garden. These beautiful, beautiful blooms. I hope they bloom this year, but they might just bloom next year. And back there I have Baptisia and some lilies. And my son was playing basketball. He knocked off this bloom, and so it opened already before the others. But isn't it awesome? Oh my gosh. And here are my many bags of mulch. I have a lot of work ahead of me. And down my front walkway are daffodils and tulips. Now these tulips, they perennialize. They come back every year thicker and beautiful, but all the other pretty ones that I buy online do not. And so more daffodils, less tulips. Last summer this is looking so pretty. It's the Veronica Royal Speedwell. I bought 8, and I split them in 2s or 3s and I lined the entire way. And I need to find more to do the rest of my walkway with, or find a different plant that will be more upright versus spreading out, because my husband just chops. Like, if it's hanging out, it's getting cut off, so it needs to be more upright. So yeah, it's such a beautiful show when this opens. Oh, so beautiful. Over here on this side, we have another kind of clematis. I can't remember what the name of it is. Oh, this one is reblooming too, which is awesome. Lily, iris. There were peppers there, hot peppers. My peppers did awesome last year. Irises, lilies. I dug these up, but apparently I didn't dig all of them up. Yeah, so there's still some lilies over here. Asiatic lilies. And these I bought last summer because why not? The plan is to put them right along here. I have, this rose was existing when we came in. Were they? Yeah, I think they all were. But the one down at the end never bloomed. But it finally bloomed 2 years ago. And when I tell you, it's awesome and it smells great. Love it, love it, love it. I did order 3 David Austin rose. I've been checking the site daily to see if they shipped, but they have not. So I have a bare root and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. And it's a beautiful peachy coral color. It's good for disease resistance and is highly scented. So I'm looking forward to that. Here's some more Veronica, poppy. They're red. I don't have a lot of red in my garden, but I wanted poppies and I bought that and it was pretty. More lilies. I dropped a whole bunch of zinnia seeds. Maybe something will come up. And we are back full circle and my chicken is cooking away on the grill. And it's dark out here. And you can tell because the lights are on. It's a solar light that I got from Amazon. And this is just like my solar hummingbird. And my garden area is surrounded by solar lights on the floor, on the ground. But a few of them have broken, so they don't work as well anymore. But that one seems to be on right now. There's so many bugs out here. All right, thanks for hanging out with me. Have a good night. Happy gardening.